Okay. Many of you keep me asking, explain the ISO 222, all the cryptocurrencies and how they actually work together. I've made videos about XRP, about XLM. Unfortunately, I didn't make about HBAR, XDC, ALGO, and the other ones. So today, I want you to have a proper understanding and clear explanation from myself in a single, complete, logical message. Let's start with the truth. ISO 222, it is not a cryptocurrency. It's a global financial messaging standard created to upgrade the outdated SWIFT MT system. So, what is ISO 222 and why it is so important?
Please look. This is ISO222.org. There are a couple of information which you can check by yourself. I have in yellow the crucial ones. November 25, the coexistent period ends between SWIFT and ISO 222 will fully replace the MT standard for SWIFT cross-border payments and reporting. As I mentioned in my previous video, now they are working simultaneously. SWIFT and ISO are working together and copying the same informations to learn and to not make any mistakes. But this is the transition period and it ends on 22nd of November this year. You can check by yourself on the webpage all the information which you see on screen.
ISO creates a one unified layer language for global finance. How it works? It allows banks, payments, providers, fintechs and blockchain networks to communicate using the same data format. It is a messaging standard as the old SWIFT, which has the same messaging standard but an outdated one. Now, that means that the difference between SWIFT and now the ISO 222 is cleaner transactions, instant verifications, and rich data and full automation. How it works? The key points of ISO 222 is the foundation for the future money, not the fiat money, including CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and tokenization of the RWA assets, real world assets, real estate, gold, etc.
Now please look. There are cryptocurrencies that are compliant with ISO 222 and they are built to operate within the financial system. Look how many here. The assets have utility, real use cases in this financial infrastructure. So, for example, if you take a look, I mark in red all the cryptocurrency technologies: Ripple, Stellar, HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph, XDC, Algorand, IOTA, and Quant.
Looking at that graph, you see that they are merged together. These assets are not competitors. They are components of one integrated financial system. Each of them plays a different role, of course, but they're interoperable. They are compatible with each other. Now let me show you exactly how. The role of each ISO 222 asset is simple and clear. And you, after that movie, will understand perfectly how they are merged together. To understand the ISO 222, you must understand one thing. Each project has a specific function, different from the other one. And in the new financial system, none of them is designed in such a way to do everything. They are cooperating with each other on every single step, and the examples I will give you. So together they form a coordinated network.
Now, here we have a simple graph. I did it only as a worksheet for showing you how it's really working. ISO 222. So we will start with the first coin, which is the XRP. Now, XRP provides instant cross-border settlements and solves the liquidity problem in international payments. Instead of waiting days through SWIFT, settlements happen in 3 to 5 seconds. And XRP is built for institutional money movement, institutional and corporations and banks, not people, not peer-to-peer. Who is next? XRP, below we have Stellar, XLM. Why I mention Stellar below? Because it is the money for people coin. Stellar works and focuses on peer-to-peer payments, person to person, and money transfer between people and businesses, not corporations and not central banks. Where XRP connects banks and institutions, XLM only connects people, merchants and small payments. What we have now? We have XDC. Look, XDC is trade finance and global supply chain. So how it works? XDC solves real-world trade problems, shipping documents, logistics, bills of exchange, letters of credit. Today, international trade runs on paper. Paper documents, come on. XDC tokenizes and digitizes that system. Now, the next one is QNT. Quant. Connection between all the networks. Quant isn't trying to compete with any blockchain mentioned before. It connects them. It is technology. Over ledger enables interoperability between all banks. CBDCs connects to all banks and blockchain networks. Think of it like this. It is internet layer for digital finance. The next one is HBAR. Hedera hash graph is enterprise grade finance. It is built for governments and big corporations like XRP, but the difference is it supports CBDC pilots and enterprise settlements and digital asset management. It is strengthen the speed, security, and real-world adoption for XLM and XRP through the data it is provided. Okay, next one. ALGO. ALGO, the government blockchain infrastructure. What is ALGO? ALGO works on government systems, digital ID, digital identity, registries, and public infrastructure. It provides tools for countries transitioning into digital economies as well. And the last one, IOTA, the data and automation layer IoT. IoT is not just about payments like XRP and XLM, for example. It's about economy of things, smart cities, automation, connected cars, industrial finance. It is securing data and microtransactions with no fees, helping items communicate with each other by settling transactions. And we have the last one, which is not mentioned, which is ADA Cardano, because it is not today ISO compliant.
ADA is not officially ISO 222, but it integrates well with ISO systems. We hope in the future it will be ISO, but for now I hold it. Therefore, Trump also mentioned it for the crypto reserve. Its role is business logic, how it works. Smart contracts and programmed finance on top of the system which I referred to. So now you see there is no competition here. They are compatible with each other. They're not competing against each other. Each asset plays a specific role. Now, when it comes to most important part of that movie, I will show you how ISO 222 assets work together in real life examples, right? Now, so you understand the roles of each other, let me show you the connection in a real financial flow. This is the part that most people online never explain. So I will do my best to give you these examples. There will be two. First, the cross-border payment.
Now watch how it works in the ISO system. First, the XRP instant settlement between Germany and Brazil. Then comes Quant, connects banks from one and second country and its networks on blockchain rails. But then we have HBAR. It comes because of the institutional verifications and transaction finality. After that, we have XDC, which is also
important because it is supporting all necessary documents and trade finance settlements if goods are involved. That means if we have any physical items there, XDC must support the transactions. But after that, we have IOTA. It secures shipping data and logistics tracking. And at the end of the day, on the left, we have ALGO, which also supports data, but it supports regulatory requirements and digital ID when persons are involved. You see, it is one payment, but multiple technologies working together. This is no speculation. This is exactly how modular interoperability finance works. Now, second payment example between people. Now we have XLM in action. Why? Because XLM is peer-to-peer, so person to person. Now, let me simplify. A worker in Canada wants to send part of his salary back home to his family in Mexico, right? Now, XLM is starting the game. Fast and cheap person-to-person transfer. But because there are two countries and two central banks and two currencies, XRP provides liquidity if currency conversion is required, and it is in this case. Now, QNT, third stage, Quant, connects two different payment rails between XRP and XLM. And then HBAR, fourth stage, it uses the regional banks from both countries to process settlements, helping XRP and XLM once again. And then 5, in this stage where XLM is involved, ALGO and IOTA can serve the same verification layer for compliance. That means, again, not a single asset replaces the other.
In this transaction example, not a single asset replaces the other one. Only ALGO and IOTA, because IOTA is machine to machine and ALGO is human to human identification, but both are related to data. That's why the second example took in consideration ALGO and IOTA simultaneously. This is utility network. Each part executes a specific function inside the largest system. Come on. And this brings us to the final conclusion. The truth about ISO 222. You see the bridge, the bigger picture. ISO is not hype, and the narrative is that is the backbone of a new financial system being built right now, not tomorrow, not in 10 years. It is happening now.